Hey folks, it's Chris here with Simply Japanese Maples, and I thought we'd take a look at some of these shade-loving trees. We touched on in our last video shade, and let's have a look at some of these trees. This is Amber Ghost. Most of the Ghost series are going to want to have protection from the hot afternoon sun. There's a peaches and cream beside it. This one doesn't look great this year. Last year it was very, very ghost-like, almost white. Here's Acer palmatum sister ghost. This is a great tree. You can have this tree in full sun till 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it still maintains that great reticulated look. Here's Amagi shiguri. Got that great dark purpley color with the almost black veining. Now here's one that can do shade or sun. This is Geisha Gone Wild. And Geisha, along with Shiraz, can be in full sun all day long, but they have just slight variations when you have them in shade versus sun. And by shade, I mean varied degrees of shade or afternoon shade, but it can hold up in all day sun if you so choose. Gonna get more greens if you have it in some shade. Here's Acer palmatum Ariadne. This is one, and we'll show another one here after. We already did in the previous video here, how when you give this sun, it really starts to take on some peachy, sort of amber tones. But with too much sun, or sorry, not enough sun, it just becomes more this greeny ghost color. Here's a grandma ghost, very similar to sister ghost. Smaller in overall size, similar leaf color. Here's Orange Dream. These ones are a bit yellow-green. So these ones had a bit too much sun here this spring season, so they're not as orange. Some new growth there, looking a little orangey, but not quite. Those things can really be glowing a light orange color. Big leaves here on this one is Acer japonicum, Emmett's pumpkin. This one probably has the best orange, one of the best orange, just an electric orange I've seen in the fall. And that needs afternoon protection for sure. There's another Amagi shiguri. Down low here we've got a lace leaf. This is Tayoma Nishiki. And this one's just starting to get its white variegation. The more shade you give it, the more variegated look you're going to get. You'll get whites, pink, and then the base leaf color will be almost like a dark brownish color. Right now it's very green, but that can change. There's that white variegation. Let's go have a look at Shiraz here. So here we have a sea of Shiraz. Now, Shiraz and Geisha Gone Wild have virtually the same leaf and coloring patterns. Now, one of the big differences is going to be the overall size and a slight difference in the shape. Just amazing with that pink and red. So they're both sports from the tree Geisha, but discovered in different parts of the world. This Shiraz is extremely pink right now. Let's look at a couple more. So here's Acer Palmatum Peve Multicolor. This one is really interesting as well. Just it's hard to describe the color on the leaf and the variegated pattern. It's very blotchy, but really neat. Behind that is Sister Ghost, this greeny one. Has the ammonium leaf shape, very similar kind of reticulated look as some of the other ghosts, but with the larger sort of leaf lobes. Now here's an Ariadne that has more of the peachy colored tones to it. Tougher to see here in the shade, but here's Lillian's Jewel. Similar coloring as Shiraz and Geisha Gone Wild, but the leaf shape is different. Here's another Orange Dream that's not particularly orange. Folks, Orange Dream has an unbelievable orange color for a very brief period in the spring. I have not seen it on any of my trees this year. That could be an environmental thing, not sure. I'm just going to get another shot of that Ariadne there. Yeah, those are nice. And we've got an Ukigumo right here. So sometimes when you get more sun on Ukigumo, you get more of a washed out variegation on the leaves. Here's Acer Palmatum Eye Candy. Folks, this one's tough to top. It's pretty wild. The pinks are a little faded right now, but they can be pretty strong early on with that green and cream variegation. It's tough not to like this one. We got another Ukigumo beside that, often called Floating Clouds. Let's look at one more. So one of my favorites is White Peaches. And here is White Peaches right now. It's not a full-size tree, but it's getting up there in age. Similar to Grandma Ghost and Sister Ghost with the leaf reticulation, very white and green. And I think I had this one in sun a little bit too long there, so the white tips on the leaf lobes, which normally show up here, have faded out fairly quick this year. But just a fabulous tree. This one I had in the ground last year, and it got sun until about 1:30 in the afternoon, and it really did well. Some graphs there. Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button if you want to receive more videos like this, and the like button, of course, which helps my business get discovered. And as always, find our trees simply Japanese maples, and have a great day. Till next time, say bye, eye candy.